So
Yeah.
let's talk about Facebook ads because you and I have some strong feelings on it and how to get like started in this world. But like, why do you think somebody who's new to this space, who's looking into digital services and starting their own freelance business, why should they look at Facebook ads as a primary service?
Yeah. So for a lot of you, the people that are already working with you, the unicorns and all the other people that might be in the future working with you, right, we all have similar audiences. And when you look at the numbers, the number one place that people are still, one of the number one places that people are still hanging out is Facebook. Your audience is on Facebook. Even if maybe we're not posting that much anymore, we're not looking that much anymore, we live in groups. There's groups for everything. As long as Facebook has groups, Facebook is going to be one of the biggest places to be, and your audience will be there. And so getting people to see your offering and your freebies, like your lead magnets, that type of stuff, the best and fastest way is to do Facebook ads. And don't forget, Facebook bought Instagram. So when you learn how to do Facebook ads and you run Facebook ads, just with one little click, you can automatically send your ads to Instagram as well. And that's something you can turn off or on, depending on where your audience is. It's the fastest way to really grow your list and then get consistent clients. Without Facebook ads, my list was kind of like me going like this. My clients were going like this. Then with Facebook ads, all of a sudden I was getting all these new people on my email list. And then I was getting more clients. And now, I have a robust email list. And if I offer something, people will buy. And before, my list was so tiny and I would offer something and it was crickets. And so the fastest way to grow your list is really with ads.
So how would you what kind of advice would you have for somebody who's like thinking about adding this service? Like how would they go about doing this? And before we do that, like why this service? You and I have some strong feelings about Facebook ads managers out there because like they can make buku dollars doing this service. Let's talk about that first, actually.
Yeah, so I had a launch and I was really busy and I couldn't do the ads myself, and I hired somebody for $1,500 a month. That's not spending money on ads, just her work. So she was doing $1,500 a month. I was barely running 3-4 ads. I think she maybe worked on it an hour a week. She made that much money. So if you do the math, what is that? Like 4 or 5 hours divided by 1,500? That's really high rate. And she's average. There's Facebook ads managers that cost $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
And so there's this big hole right now that I'm seeing, and it's the more affordable Facebook ads managers, because the people that are out there running these $1,500, $2,000 a month kind of gigs, that's good if you're seven-figure company and you're spending that much money. But people like me, I don't spend that. I'm a 6-figure business. I don't spend that much. So for me to maybe spend $1,000 a month on Facebook ads and then have to hire somebody for $1,500 a month is crazy. So I always look for people that are charging less. And so what I would love for more virtual assistants to get in this game, because you can still make a lot of money, charge less on those Facebook ads manager, go for like people that are just hitting 6 figures or just hit 6-figure, like, the businesses that make around $150,000. All of us, we're like, I can't afford this, but I do need help. And I love my VA. So a lot of people actually will teach their VAs Facebook ads. That happens a lot. But if you already have that from the get-go, so you're a VA who also does Facebook ads, your value is going to go up and you can start charging more too.
Yes.
Yeah. And then people are going to be like, whoa, I need a VA and I need a Facebook ads manager. So I'm just going to hire this person because they have both instead of hiring 2 different people.
Yeah.
So it's a really good value. And if I was a VA, I would so jump on that Facebook ads bandwagon. And then if you're working with people that need a lot of Facebook ads help, then maybe you pass that off. But most of us, like me, I run like 1 or 2 ads a month. It doesn't take a lot of work. I just would rather have somebody else do it.
Yeah.
Time for it.
Sometimes they make you commit to several month contracts, you know, 3-6 month contracts. So even if you're not in a launch phase as a business owner, you're still paying out the wazoo and you're kind of like, you know, not cool. But think about that. Like you said, 2,000 a month and you are babysitting an ad. Like once you've done the grunt work and the setup work, which it could literally take like, you know, a half a day, a full day to do that, depending on like what's happening on the back end and getting access to things or whatever. Like that first initial setup, like it can take a little while, but like you're kind of coasting after that as long as like things are performing. Yeah. What are your favorite ad campaigns to run for clients? Like what do you usually recommend? Without going like deep into strategy, just kind of like wet the whistle, like what kind of ad strategies out there?
Yeah. So for those of you guys that have been following the whole Apple Facebook saga, Apple released a new privacy policy and Facebook is now having to jump through hoops to do better metrics and recording. And what happened is this affects my favorite way to do ads, which is called conversion ads. As far as we know, and as far as we see, it's still the best way to do ads. We think for the entire year 2021 is still the best way, and it probably will continue. But I just wanted to give you that caveat because things change all the time. But a conversion ad is really cool because a conversion ad is what you do is let's say you do it for a freebie. So you have some kind of like PDF that you're giving away, like a checklist or a guide or you know, like maybe this article on like the 10 best ways to figure out how to hire a VA or whatever that you have. If you have a freebie like that, you put it on your website and you have a little form, email address where they can hit submit, and then you send them to a thank you page. Having these two pages, the landing page and the thank you page, is going to be vital for this. And once you have these, then you can do conversion ads. And what happens is you run these ads that will drive people to the form, and Facebook will be like, okay, all these people clicked on the ad and they went to the form, and then only 30-40% of those people will actually fill out the form and get to that thank you page, which is called the conversion. And then Facebook knows, oh, okay, these 30% of people got to the conversion. So now Facebook gets smart and is like, okay, I'm going to send people to these that look just like these 30% that filled out this form, and I'm going to send ads to that. And the smarter you can make Facebook think and get, like, because you want the Facebook brain to be smart, and the more data you can give, which is with these conversion ads, the more your ads will be served up to the right people that Facebook knows they will click on it, they will go to the form and actually fill it out, and they will be a conversion. And that's why it's called a conversion ad. So that's my favorite type of ad. And then my favorite creative right now, it has to be video. Although, another caveat here, when I do video ads, they don't work. My ads are better when I do still photography. Sometimes it's even a stock photo. Sometimes it's a photo of me. It could be a screenshot like this. For some reason, I do better in this world. I do not present well on video, I'm assuming. People that do good on video, so that's something that you want to test. You want to figure out, like, do you do better on video? Do you better on still shots? Or do stock photos do better than still shots of you? That's all stuff you have to test. But videos right now are the ones that are doing the best. So you have one little tiny video, really short, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, doesn't even have to be long. And that you turn into a conversion ad. And then you drive people to that ad and to your landing page to download your freebie. And I'm a huge believer in list building, because the larger your list, the bigger your income. The bigger your list, the bigger your income. So that's why I gave an example of a freebie landing page ad.